Hello, welcome back to HighPriest Reacts to Marbel Hornets. Starting with intro 2 and going for about 2 hours or so. And I think the thing only goes up to about the 80s in the entries, so I feel like I'm good past the finishing this. My my primary predictions, I finished this in one night, maybe two. They actually seem to be getting along about this shit a lot more than they used to. Probably helps that they're both dealing with even more memory. Probably dealing with even more memory problems than he thought. They kept you peg on. That is a serious question. That's actually an interesting thing. I very much appreciate having two people to bounce off ideas each other here because it gives me more to feed off when unspoopy shit happens. Yeah. Oh, goody. Very smart move. Oop, nada. And they're being a little wiggy. Oh, or those papers, pages. Red. Can't make out what most of these are supposed to say. Oh, that's not good. I heard it more than I saw it. It's supposed to be him off in the distance. Doesn't. If so, man, that one's probably the most indistinct he's appeared because that just looks like a pole out there. Shit, shit. I didn't catch it, but definitely heard it. Heard the audio distortion. It's a sign. That's usually either a sign of it or something else that's odd, but not as much. I didn't see it, but I heard an audio distortion.
He's right up there in that tall grass. There's nothing out here now. I pointed the camera at it. Here, hold on. Jay, I'm gonna rewind it. Just a second. Get you to a doctor soon. But I'm fine. I'm not stupid. I know what I saw.
I never said you were stupid, but this is the second time this has happened, and in case you've forgotten, I have some experience with hallucinations.
I don't think I was hallucinating. I just haven't had a full night's sleep in, what, 2 or 3 years because of all this?
Look, as soon as we get out of here, we need to take you someplace to get help, because this stuff does not go away. Trust me.
I don't need help. I'll be fine.
This is how it started with me. Is that how you want to end up?
I'll be okay.
Look, we just got a couple more rooms left to look at, and then we can figure out after that.
He definitely saw something, though. It wasn't just in his head, because we heard the camera distort audio-wise. So it wasn't just in his head. We heard that. We might not have seen the fucker, but we heard the audio distort.
I can put the flashlights in the trunk.
Put these in my bag, I guess.
Alright.
No, top pocket.
Okay. There's the flashlights right there.
I do appreciate that they're not at each other's throat. It's drama might make things interesting, but also having two people who are actually trying to sincerely work together. Well, there's a lot to help. Such scenarios. Hold on, I need to do something real quick. Here we go. Yep. Okay, there we go. Is standing right there. You really did see him. It really is interesting to see where a lot of the ideas that came on to stuff I'm more familiar with from Sunday stuff, like where the 8 pages entirely came from. What's the deal with them in here? Find out. See some of the traces, or would be say used to make those very famous horror games.
We can look in.
We're gonna need a ladder to get up there.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of
One in the basement?
I mean, we gotta go down there anyway. Might as well look.
Let's Plays. Markiplier's. I need to watch more of that guy. Pretty funny. Pitch back so you can't see anything. And the question is Slendy going to pop up directly in their vision again?
Yeah. It's darker than I thought it would be. Huh? I don't know why.
What? Oh, that's good.
Is it outside?
Yeah. Come on, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here now.
Let's go. Let's go.
Right behind them. Fuck. Oh, oof, oof. God, that was...
Here, take the camera. Come on. Out this way. Come on, hurry up.
Damn, I have to leave the car and come back later.
Jay? Jay?
Oh no, is him get separated from Jay? That was a very well done moment there. Going down into the dark basement. I didn't even think there would be windows down there because it seemed plenty dark. And I could not tell there was a jump or anything. That was good. Because I wasn't looking too closely for one. I'm sure if I looked, I might be able to see the moment where it jumps, but that's really nice. Poor Tim. Oh. Sounds like it might be getting closer. But if we can keep him from collapsing. Which he's got a very bad habit of doing. Oh, he made his way back. Where Jay's left his flash. Oh, those overhead lights.
No, Jay, stay with me. Stay with me. Come on.
Drop the camera or him. I think he tried to attack him to save Jay. This is probably the clearest shot we've gotten of this fucker throughout this entire thing. Oof. He's gone.
Let's get out of here. Come on. Come on, wake up.
That was probably the most. Seriously, I don't want them losing hours in an instant like that. That things going fucked in an instant.
Then we can get out of here. Come on. Come on. What? Where are we going? Going to the car. It's right up ahead. You get your flashlight? Yeah. Yeah. I got it. You're gonna be alright.
Question I have is why does Slendy never just finish it up? What even is it doing just looming there? What's its goals? Why does it do what it's do? Trying to clean up loose ends? Is it taking its time going after its targets? And I know I'm not going to get full answers on this. Not with this series. That much I do know, but I'm curious to see what people have managed to sleuth out. Also, I'm curious what would happen if you hit him with a car. Interest 73. Grass whistling. Audio glitch, grass whistling, quick breaking. This is just a jump to someplace. What did they find and what is... Oh. This is the one place they were left. No, wait, no it isn't. Let me check who posted this. There's no... This is the main channel and not Tutark. Of course, we know that Tutark has occasionally uploaded shit to the main channel too, but there's no context stuff written in, saying, "Hey, someone posted this. What's going on?" This is just someone wandering around this place, wherever the hell they are. That looks like the bed Tutark was probably staying on. So this, I'm definitely thinking this is Tutark. Then. There's no dialogue, there's from Jay or Tim, there's no... Yeah, okay, thought so. Damn. Well, impressive bit of acrobatics there. Ah. Get a weapon for self-defense, eh? But yeah, this is definitely Todd Hark sending a message. I was wondering about the complete lack of context in regarding everything, and the answer is this is not from the same our guys. Interestingly, Todd Hark just uploading their own video logs too. And hey, okay, on one hand there's audio distortion, but we've gotten that with Todd Hark before. Okay, Todd Hark is coughing now. Huh. Audio distortion ends. I haven't seen Todd Hark have one of those coughing fits that trouble him, but makes sense if it's something to do with Slendy. He wouldn't be the only one. Yeah, I think this is the place here he left, where he left Tim and Jay at when they jumped him for some reason or another. And hid some of Jay's pills to take and use for themselves. So it seems they stole them for their own uses too. Why share this bit, Todd Hark? Revealing a bit of your own vulnerabilities to the others? Because Alex will know about this, but are you now trying to engender a sense of trust between you and them? Understand the last one, showing that whatever is going on and whatever trouble you cause those two, it's opposed to whatever Alex is doing. But I can't seem to fully grasp the whys and the hows. Jump cut to walking across a bridge. Not seeing anything here, hidden here, but this looks like the town that they were in, where Tim and Ryan, Jay met. I don't know why I said Ryan. Where are they now? What are they doing? Oh, that's better than most people. Most people here have an actual night vision camera. The window, eh? That's supposed to be where he's currently staying. After his last joint got spotted by Alex. That or is Alex's place. For Alex. I was like, yeah, another pill in here. Or is this where Tim's staying and he's looking to try to stock up his own supplies? Like I'm presuming he's stealing Tim's supplies and not going to Doctor for his own. Or creaking ominously. Could be nothing, but could be this shit. Must be where Alex is staying then. Okay, so it's Alex's place. It has to be. Were you searching for it? You didn't want a direct confrontation, Todd Hark. As it says, entry 74. Now, the question I have is when this is happening compared to the others, because... Wait, this is another Todd Hark one, isn't it? Yeah, because they're on a down low and they wouldn't have uploaded their shit until they were done. So when did he record these and start sending these? Oh, this is Tim. Okay, this is a Tim one, not a. Okay. No, okay, so we're back with Tim and Jay then. I couldn't tell. They both started with no additional context. I'm actually thrown by the videos with no context and little dialogue. So we know this isn't a Todd Hark one like the last one was. So the last one was definitely Todd Hark. This is a Tim video. Jay not here to add context? Is he still out of it? I know they wouldn't be showing this stuff until at least they were sure that it wouldn't alert Alex what they're doing. Be fools to. They seem to have gone smart enough that to.
We agreed before we left, remember? You said you wanted me to keep recording everything in case something happened and you couldn't. Did something happen? Yeah. You've been pretty out of it since we went back to Alex's old house.
So he's not even responding to Tark on this one.
Well, we ran into some trouble. You had some kind of seizure, and I had to drag you out of there. And honestly, this is the most coherent you've been since we got back.
You say trouble, do you mean?
Yeah. Although something weird happened this time. What? After I found you, I managed to get close to it, and then it just disappeared.
Yeah, that was what I wanted.
I do anything. The only thing I can think of is that it had something to do with the medication I've been taking.
Maybe not stop, but maybe get it to the.
Keep my composure and not black out, and had probably the worst headache I've ever had after that. But the only explanation I can think of is
I'm just going with the assumption that all this is Lindy feeding on them somehow, some way, and it doesn't want to kill them yet because it's.
yeah, I wanted to make sure that you would be, safe because
No, don't. I don't want your medication. Don't give it to me. Just thinking it'll magically fix everything because I don't think it will.
we didn't have any idea who you were, where you were, anything that had happened. I didn't know what else to do. For all I know, it might be why you're able.
And the pill might just make it so that it was like, oh, I don't like the taste of this shit, so I'm backing the fuck off for now.
Has anything else happened since we got back from there?
They're in my house.
Oh.
Video, that person in the hood.
Okay, so that was the Todd Hart was stealing in the Tim's house.
It wasn't the first time either. A few times, but I never really thought anything of it.
It's not good.
Well, it gets worse.
He backs up his theory. No.
Alex has been hiding out in my attic waiting for us to get back.
Oh, wow. Oh, so that was Alex. Okay, yeah, that explains a lot.
Well, I'm not going to do that. That's my house. And we know he could be there now. And we can go in prepared this time. We don't have much of a choice either because I'm running low on medication since I've been sharing with you. I'm out of refills, but there's some extras at the house.
How many do you have left?
Not a whole lot.
And he's got a point. If these pills,
I hope so.
these pills having some effect because, as noted,
That way, whenever you're feeling up to it, because you need help too. Don't forget that.
you're not, dude.
Whenever you're ready.
For some reason, Todd Hart seems to think the pills are helpful and usable.
What'd you get? Peanuts, beef jerky, nothing fancy.
I do think I think Tim is on to something here. I get where Jay's coming from, you know. Why would the pills affect him if he's not in some sort of delusion? Oh, this is the Todd Hart one. Here, Todd Hart conversation. Let's conversion. Oh, not conversation. Weirdo face in the corner. Who are the liars? Are you one of them? Are you both of them? Remember to look behind you. See, now I'm wondering if these are the and then the video just makes a weird creepy sound. It's this corner face to or code. I'm sure someone else has figured out, but I got nothing. I'm starting to think Tarek might not be the name of the other guy. I've been presuming that the entire time, but maybe it's another one. Entry 75. Because this guy seems to be more averse to these lot. Not that the other guy isn't super mysterious or everything, but she also, because I think she might be that Jessica, possibly, has also helped them and even probably posted that recording because it was a warning about Alex being there.
They'll call me. I'm good. Sooner the better.
They're truly trying to help these guys some reason or another. Him being out of it makes a lot of sense why there wasn't any additional context added. Him must have been the one to handle all that. And I guess 74 wasn't publicly posted. Just because you don't actually have to make a thing you post public. The only person who will see it is the people who have access to the channel.
What are we gonna do if Alex is still there?
Because I think that might be how YouTube worked at that point. I wasn't on it.
He doesn't have that gun anymore.
Vaguely in that mirror? No?
This is close enough.
So they've had to return to the town then, huh?
The way? Yeah.
Hopefully that tape is still there when we get inside.
What?
The tape that was in your living room. Whoever's in the hood found it in that video, remember?
A little more worried about Alex right now.
True, but it might have more information.
Sure you've never seen it before?
Yes.
Even though it's in your house?
Every tape I had, I gave to you.
Alright.
It understands well why sometimes these guys get along fine and sometimes they're fucking at each other, just barely almost at each other's throats. I wouldn't call it say they're at each other's throats, but almost that way. Not really friends, and they both have reason there. God, I mean, I give it a points. Even if the pills do magically make you resistant and even help cure the effects of Slendy, having someone slip you pills when you're out of it is a freaky fucking thing to think about. Place definitely looks like it was torn apart. Here, it'd be a shock if he didn't hear you coming. Y'all definitely need a night vision camera. Tarek, or I'm assuming that was Tarek. Whoever it was really sprung for it.
Who's that? Is that Amy?
I think so.
There's something on the back.
I have him.
Either him or whoever's in the hoodie. You know that address?
Nobody.
If someone's being talked about.
You keep looking around up here. I need to go check the living room.
Wait, where are you going?
Well, not who you're looking for, but it's a clue to it. I'll search that little makeshift pit. I'm waiting for another time jump, and then it's suddenly the middle of the night.
Looks like there's some kind of struggle in here. I know I sure didn't leave it like this.
Did you check over there?
Hmm?
That's where that tape was, remember?
Oh, yeah.
That might give you a clue about something.
I'm not seeing anything. My door's open.
Huh? Lock it.
Definitely seem it's like give it a shot.
I hid an extra bottle back here, just in case. Still here.
Yeah, I'm definitely running with the theory that Slendy is feeding upon people slowly, and Tim's medicine leaves him relatively resistant.
No, but you keep looking. I'm gonna go check the rest of the house.
Even if it's nothing more than making him taste bad.
Find it?
No.
You done looking already?
Yeah, for now.
Can go check the bathroom. Well, been stolen already. Guess I still got these. Should be good for another refill.
Yeah.
I'm sure we're fine now, but just in case, I'm gonna go check the 2 rooms on the end. Will you check this one for me?
Yeah.
Thanks. Hey, what are you doing?
Give me the tape.
What tape? I don't
No, you haven't. Give it to me. Off.
I don't know what's going on, but you need to calm down.
Well, Jay, stop it.
And now they're at each other's throat. That explains what he was looking.
What is this? What have you been hiding from me?
It's something you need to see, but not yet. If you watch that now, it's gonna ruin everything we've been working.
I'm leaving.
Jay, come back.
Don't follow me.
Jay, listen to me.
So it seems that Tim was a liar, and he knows a lot more. Now Jay's doing the cough too. And hey, guess who's been hurt? You can hear. I can't see him because the camera's shaking, but yeah. 76. So I think Tim might not know more about his time in the mask than he lets on. Was kept the tape had kept from me, and they were working for something to bring down Alex and everyone else. But Talkhart is some sort of other entity, possibly even Alex, sabotaging this, undermining it. Maybe. I don't know. I this is my best guess. There's a lot of clues that are completely lost on me. I'm sure people had spent a lot of time deciphering. Once I figure out whatever the hell this is. What was being hidden from him? What even is this tape? The hotel they were staying at? The thing that accused me is, what even is all Tim doing? And the guy and yeah, okay, yep. I think these are Tim. This is Tim kidnapping Jessica. So that means Jessica is not the other person in the mask, like I was suspecting. Well, there goes my main lead. I don't know, maybe it's fucking Amy, I don't know. Who the fuck could it be? Yeah. Now the question I have is, how aware are they of what's going on? What are they doing? Why are they doing it? Because something was up with Tim for him to know as much as he did.
Who is that? It's fine, I got it.
What are they doing? Why are they doing it? And how? Alex.
Now.
Jessica got shot and killed. Oh. Previously, he tried to murder him, and now she's working with Alex.
Deeper into the woods?
I know a shortcut.
Helping her, or is he just going to clean up his mess?
That woke me up had this. It might have whatever's going on somewhere on it.
All right, we'll look through it later, but for now we need to go.
How did they end up with that tape again? I have so many fucking questions now. I thought I might have had things figured out even a little bit, but then boom, this happened. Thought that was...
Out here.
Trust me, lead you on. We're almost there.
It just... This thing is just filled with factions, each doing their own stuff.
I can't remember.
Don't remember what?
I can't remember where I live. I know what the house looked like. I just...
Don't remember how to get there.
Yeah.
That's okay, that can be fixed. Once you get out there, I'm gonna tell you everything.
Okay, I'm so confused. Who was that back there?
The person in the brown hoodie?
Yeah, I didn't get a good look at him.
All you need to know is that's somebody that wants to hurt both you and me.
I don't even know who's what. I thought I had an idea that Tarkark was backing Jay and Tim, but it might have just been Tim. They were manipulating Jay to do something. Maybe it would have been to Jay's benefit. Maybe it's not. I have a feeling this is going to end in Jessica being dead, though, and Tim looks like he might be at fault. Which would... Fucking tunnel. It always comes back to this fucking tunnel. Nothing ever good. Comes to this fucking tunnel. But yeah, I thought I had it figured. Well, I thought I had some of it figured out. Obviously, the masked man, the guy in the hoodie, really, and Tim, I don't even fucking know anymore, are working towards their own ends.
Alex? What are you doing?
It's all Jay's fault, Jessica. I'm sorry.
No, Alex, stop!
It has to be done.
No, shut up! Stay right there!
Oh man, if only she had pulled the trigger. Survived longer than I was thinking she would have. Muffled distortion. Oh hey, someone finally sees what the other side of that tunnel looks like. Unfortunately, that doesn't sound like it ends well for her either way. Oh, and there's Slitty.
Over here!
And she doesn't know any better, so she starts running towards him. I think he needs help. But so it's strange for him to move when that would have been in his favor.
Please, help! I don't know where I am! Please!
Oh. Max recovers his gun, and she's lying there, possibly just straight up dead. Oh, and now her body's just gone. Possibly even that being devoured. And then the man in hoodie wanders in. Wait, no, I think that's Tim. That's not hoodie. That's Tim. Yeah, there is definitely a difference between Tim and Tim the Mask, because this gun has been ever since I left that hotel. Because of the way they just because of the way they move around. That's not something they're doing on the front. That is, it's not, they can't move normally. Steps are stilted and shit. So what's up with that? Yeah, Jessica's been dead pretty much the day she went missing. How long has Tim known? Sure, looked the same thing that happened to the man that approached Alex in entry 49. Got killed and then vanished. Digested. Tim had something to do with it. He's been lying to me the whole time. So, who is Todd Hark serving? What are the masks? What are the men in the mask doing? Yeah, I thought she might have been the other person, but no. I'm just quickly checking to see. Yep, this only goes up to 87, and we're on number 77. So, 10 more full entries, as well as an assorted number of non-full entries. Oh. I want to do a quick check. Petting doggy, petting doggy. Turning to Tim's place. Or maybe this is the guy in the mask. Probably Tim uploading those, if I had to guess. Seems to know and is actively working for his own goal. I know whatever they're doing, it's cross-purpose to...
It's me. Come on, open up.
Gonna start by shanking him, isn't he? Tim's not stupid, though.
Tim? I just want to talk.
I know, you came in to stab him.
What else do you have? Zip ties? Just want to talk? What were you going to do? Sit down. Sit down.
So it's probably... And the big thing is, Tim isn't, and Jay isn't even acting out all there either.
That shack in Rosswood. I've had it ever since. And this right here is exactly why I haven't shown it to you yet. I knew if you saw it now, you'd blame me for Jessica disappearing, and then that would make finding Alex even harder.
Just tell me where she is.
I don't know any more than you do. I don't even remember the parts that were on that tape. You should know that. Well,
But you think she's still alive?
Two possibilities. One, she is dead, in which case there is nothing we can do.
Be my
Two, she is still alive, and if she is, we cannot go anywhere near her, especially not you. show where she is on your camera or something like that, and then she would get dragged back into this all over again.
But if she's alive out there, she could need our help.
Well, she has to be dead to us regardless, Jay. We need to be focusing on finding Alex because he's the one who's actually responsible for all of this. Blaming me isn't going to do anything.
Okay, I think what he was saying, everything we worked for was regarding both of them.
It's a nearby college, probably the one that Alex went to be with Amy. I'm going there, and I'm not taking you with me. Not like this.
Wait, Ted, just leave my camera.
No.
Leave my camera. I need it. Give it to me, Ted.
Taking his camera might have been an extra bit of a dick thing to do, but... Thinking on it, no, Tim might not have been the one. If it was Tim uploading the videos, it was Tim on behalf. It was the other Tim. The way that the last few months is causing him to be a danger to himself and others. Oh. It was me and himself. Oh. We swapped main characters. Now it's Tim. I did what I had to keep him from putting us at risk. He needed help, but I don't know what else I can do. Dude's definitely losing it. That's the truth, whether he believes it or not. Oh, I'm going to need to take a quick break. Alright, let's continue with the recording, part 2. I was not expecting this to switch to Tim. That's a real plot twist. I thought that was Jay who uploaded and captioned that one, because I didn't think Tim would bother. But I suppose that Tim has just taken control of the thing, and... I mean, I'll be honest here, leaving Tim like that probably ain't great for Tim. And Jay like that probably isn't any better for him. What gonna do? Ah, and here's someone else coming to his house. And a mask, yeah. Tim's still there. Yeah, Jay's still there.
What are you doing here? Hey. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I think he's gonna cut you free, bud. I don't think he's gonna kill you. It would be very surprising if he chose now of all times to kill you.
Don't.
Ah. He's leaving a camera for him.
Hey, wait. Wait.
Tarhark is definitely opposed to these two. Other Tim and to the masked men. You got the same cough, your boy Tim has. Oh, you believe him at the pills now, bud? Last chance. Tarhark calls these two the liars and is absolutely trying to sabotage what they are doing. Question is, are they servants of Slindy going to find him? I'm going to find Alex and in this. Okay, see, based on the Alex bit, I'm thinking, what, is it an euphemism for killing both of them? Because I'm not sure if that'll be a huge mistake. Entry 79. Day after getting away from the hidden south, I drove to the school he said he was leaving for. Well, they okay. It's a LA area surrounded by woods. I'm hoping. I am interpreting them as being opposed to Slendy and actually try and help these guys in a limited way they can. And give one of them is like they're probably both like Tim, people who can't think and act that and or not think but can't communicate and act like their normal selves. Or be seen. They're limited in what they can do to try to help and impose. They're after they're doing something for some reason. But it's entirely possible that they're another faction entirely, completely separate from Alex and Jay. Full-fledged faction with their own things that they're doing it and for reasons for doing them. And similarly, the fuck is Tuthark? I don't think it's Alex. There's no way it's fucking Alex. But is Tuthark another servant of Slendy? Another or another faction? There's only so much I can do without being able to decipher all those numbers. I'm sure if I was being posted at the time, I'd have spent time diving through people's decipherings, but it's way too late for that, and so I've basically just have to go on my own. I'd be spoiled. I doubt it's going to end well. Yep, there's one of the masked men.
Where's Alex? Where are you keeping him?
Well, you had an idea of where you could have gone to get Alex, but follow the next step in the chain. The question is, why did they post that bit with the tape on camera if it would be bad for them? Or do they not mind sabotaging Tim? Just straight out don't seem to be able to communicate directly at all. They can create cryptic warnings, but oh, there's one of the two people you were looking for. Or 8 people you were looking for. Oh, he might actually be going in the building. I was actually thinking Tim would have switched over to full main character status, but now I'm curious. I know we've followed Jay all this time, but Jay has become increasingly erratic, and thinking I'm leaning more towards believing Tim. Oh man, this has gotten super compelling by this point. They do a good job of keeping the plot fresh by changing things up every time you get used to a dynamic. On in here. Wanted to take a quick look. I lose him. Benedict Hall. Aim for it. My next tree looks too thin for you to hide behind, so. Aiming to tail him rather than grab him. Can't seem to see him. Oh, you were there like you weren't spotted there. Look if Tim went through all the effort of uploading that shit and leaving a message that I trust him. Frankly, I trust him more than Jay right now. I not trust the masked men, but Tim himself I do. You guys really need a night vision mode on your camera. Then you might be able to accomplish what you're doing right here a lot easier. Following someone in the dark. Oh, you are willing to use your camera to at least flashlight a little bit, but that's still risky getting spotted. Okay, he's not heading back. Walking further in. Don't have space. Won't lose him, but also that he won't lose you. And the pitch actually not saying anything. I mean, I repeat, I gotta give this person who made the people who made this credit. They did a really good job with this. It truly is a fascinating bit of early YouTube horror. I'd heard so much about it over the years. I never bothered. That's right. It does make a great reaction series. But yeah, that's the problem with you sneaking around in the dark. No way you can fucking see him happening. He would carefully tiptoe around. Yeah, clearly he didn't go up there. Maybe. Huh. Trying to figure out where he's in, eh? Okay. Yeah, that's eye-catching. A bunch of photographs of Alex taped to the wall. Captured somewhere. Benedict Hall. Find Alex, find the Ark. Okay, that's new. What the fuck's the arc? Now you got yourself a weapon. Don't stab Tim with it. Anyway, it's very horror movie-esque to have the guy who was actually trying to help be murdered by our hero, but I don't. Must have been what Tim was looking for down there. He must know more about this place than I do. Well, he had a bit of time to look into it. Oh, but all the doors were locked. I'll bring one again if I can't find any other way. Ooh, evening ambience or ambulance? Like he got in. Cause now I'm keeping an eye on it from nearby. It is nearing its end. Alex is there somewhere. I finally caught up to him. What's the next one? Quadrant. He is a liar. Here you are. Hey, give me a moment here. I need. Alright, there we go. Who am I? That is a question I've been wondering this entire time. The third? Who am I? The third. Who is the third? That looks like it might be some sort of street address or something. In code, obviously. Entry 80. I don't know. I thought you were the other guy in the mask the entire time. Thought Hark? Keep going, he's a liar, but I'm starting to think maybe his liar is not addressed to Jay, but to address to us. That Jay is the liar. Has that been it the entire time? Is Jay been lying? Oh, that would be interesting. Having Jay lie to the fucking audience the entire time. Alright, he ran off somewhere for some reason. This would be and spoilers for a well-loved indie horror game, Witch's House scenario. Where details about our dear, lovely protagonists are carefully disguised from us, so we don't know. Well, you can get in now. I'm starting to think maybe the message is simple. He is a liar is not Tim. It's Jay. That would be an interesting twist. I'm sure whatever they're actually doing is interesting too, but alright, we are rapidly approaching the end, and not of this episode, I mean of the series overall. 8, including this one, plus I think 1, maybe 2 Tot Harks left. There are apparently some non-visible videos in the playlist that are not part of the series overall, so I miscounted how many were left, but yeah. Sounds like our boy Tim. Hey, back. It is curious he ran off like that, so what would he be doing off in the distance? Where's our boy Alex at? Boy Tim at? That's behind Jay.
Alex?
Oh god, he got shot. That was not what I was expecting to happen. I need a distortion. Something's happening while he's bleeding out. They even gonna survive this one? And then suddenly he's alone in the room with Sunday, and the video just completely gone. Now there's just a camera here. Oh my god, is Jay getting? Door was still shut. There's barely even the sign of a little blood. And his body vanished. Why did these two episodes splice together? Jay got. All right. I knew I felt like was right for rooting for Tim. And all those times Tim got left alone and almost caught by Bundy and then came out fine. I'm 100% convinced. Well, not fine, but survived. He should have. And there the entire day. Great. I do think Tim was right about those pills. Maybe if Jay had, he'd at least survived whatever happened. I left Jay at my house so something like this wouldn't happen. Man in the men in the mask freed him. And he got God. They lured him to someplace and he got God. This wasn't supposed to happen. So we really are switching over to Tim. Damn. Interesting. I don't know what to do. I'm convinced more and more that Liar has to be Jay, not Tim. So, entry 81. And so when I arrived at school the afternoon before Jay followed me there. So we're following the events of just him now. And it's possible that Jay is alive somewhere, but he's both got shot and vanished. And I'm absolutely going with the idea that he got numbed. Like, I don't think this ends in a happy ending. I don't even think this ends. I'm not even sure if this will end in a victory. Horror movie. Even when it's victory, it's never a happy one. So as long as it's never one of those, and then they died by a being beheaded by a tripwire.
I was wondering if you could help me with something. I'll try. A friend of mine used to go here several years ago, and could you tell me where I could find like the film department, if there is one?
Well, there used to be one in Benedict Hall over there, but it flooded. The basement flooded there a few years ago when everything was ruined, and they quit doing everything over there.
Okay. Well, the reason I was wondering is because me and him are working on putting one of his old projects together, and he says he thinks he might have left some of his materials back there, and
I'd be surprised if there's anything left in there. But you'd have to check with Jacob. He's the one that's got the keys. Let's do groundskeeping here.
is he here?
Hold on.
Is he the only one that can let me in? Is there no other way?
Well, there is a maintenance entrance over at that big building over there.
Uh-huh.
And I don't think you should go over there. They don't want anybody crawling around in that area. So
Okay. So tomorrow then?
yeah, he'll be there tomorrow in that building. Just go on to the other side, the far side, side door. Just go in there.
All right.
Okay. Well, thanks.
They went in by the side entrance. Those were nailed shut. That's certainly a thing. But then it started getting dark and I didn't want to stay around, so I went back the next day. I was expecting it to get Tim, and then then Jay came back, but it was only for a little bit before he got. Again, I was not expecting that. This time, once I was back, I was going to where the door was locked. I like this. We get to see both what was going on just about simultaneously. And since it's a basement around the back. This one wasn't closed up, but also because it's a giant pain in the butt for someone just to sneak into this place. I went in there, and yeah, that would be Jay knocking over the thing. This is really got interesting. Again, it's been interesting before, but as we near the end, tension increases, and I keep wondering how is this going to end? Where is this going? Or there was a lot of places it could have. But now there's so little space left to do things. I'm trying to get the mail, or I thought it might lead to the incident. I think I mentioned the day before. By the time I found out it was dark, I watched through the night while Jay watched Fernando call. I sincerely thought the maskmen were trying to get Alex, so things heavy. That's not good. Oof, I cannot imagine trying to crawl down a hole like that without being able to see every little bit. That looks like you're going to be in for a bit of a drop. Oh, okay, never mind. It looks like... Oof. That doesn't look like it's too nasty, but... Oh no, actually it looks pretty nasty, but... Like, is it water, or is it something else that you... This looks like it might have been a sewer, and I think fell right into that shit. Not the place you want to come up in. Oh. Huh. Somebody was heard. I want to turn off your flashlight. There we go. Just hope whoever they are, they don't shine a light down your area. That's the masked man, not Alex. I have a feeling I'm not going to get answers for who the masked men are before this with any, and I'm going to need to watch a video or two explaining what the fuck was up with it. God, trying to get one of those out from underneath sounds like it would be hell. It sounds like something you need two hands to move, but oh man, I would never be willingly let go with my other hand, even if there was room to brace myself against the side. One little slip and you would be dead. Benedict Hall. Now, what is in Benedict Hall? At least before what happens with Alex and Jay. Actually, I have a question. Did you find Jay's camera? Because I didn't think you did, but that would that's only explain that for the footage getting spliced together like it did. Now that I think about it, I think I might have heard someone describe the series as going through multiple viewpoint characters. But also, I might have just been hearing about something else and getting it conflated. Now, why did you go running from that place? Was it just that you spotted Alex roaming around and needed to go out and make sure you had your fit in a safer spot? I didn't see Slendy in there, but I've heard this up here in a locked room, so who knows what movement rules he operates under. Didn't keep his pills on him, huh? And that's when Jay got shot. Audio distortion. But that doesn't wake up for a few hours, and by then you were already in the building. And by then it was all so it was gone once I got back to the bed. I could call. He'd already been gone and shot and gone. He was being held captive here at some point. He didn't even we were lured out here, but never warned that he escaped. What in the hell is going on in this situation? Very interesting. Very, very interesting. And then also missing. It was probably stolen right out of my car by the person in the hoodie. I don't have any left. Well, fuck. You know it works. It helped Jay, it helped the guy in the hoodie, it helped you. Where Jay left us like Jay left office with I can't. Gonna have to get new medicine, though, if you have any chance of completing it. So frankly, how he managed to stockpile so much of that shit. For quite some time. If I don't get it back soon, I was having a serious relapse. Yeah, I hope that I get it back before that happens. No hope of getting a refill? Seems to be walking like his other self does. Pill did a lot more than just affect his mind. Got serious motor skill issues now. After back here. Oh, the laptop. Making sure it's still there. What are you doing, Tim? Look around on Jay's side and find the following footage which I've never seen before. Ooh, footage we've never seen before. Stateless on the day before Jay came back to my house and attacked me. Some details Jay didn't share, wouldn't have shared with that. That's Where are you at, Jay, and what are you doing? This the woods where shit happened to Jessica? Going back to the tunnel again? Yep, we're back in the tunnel. Always with the fucking tunnel. A fucker can appear anywhere or anywhen. Yeah, I'm starting to think what, but think through. Yeah, Slendy doesn't just kill you unless he absolutely has to. He feeds on something that you put off, and he feeds on your mind slowly but surely, killing you over time, maybe, but he does. That explains why he started with Tim when he was a kid, and slowly but surely started going after others. The reason Tim's alive is because he started on medication that made it so he was less tasty, so he started going after other people, and then this started evolving into a bigger and bigger mess. Something happened to Alex, and he feel for his own survival. To be a servant of Slendy, in exchange for more limited feedings. Possible that everything he gave him those tastes was in fact entirely just to fucking turn Jay into another victim. But then Jay started fucking posting them online. Yeah, every time someone else has been left on their own that wasn't Alex, it's ended badly, but we have seen him multiple times get caught and even be attacked. Probably because Slindy's frustrated with him taking meds to try to get rid of him. He survived. Even by all rights, he really shouldn't have. And it's wildly different behavior. Maybe it's just something that Alex is fighting on against on a low level. Or was. Came across the bastard in the wilderness, eh? Following.
Tim, it's me. I watched the tape I took from you. And now I'm at Rosswood trying to retrace Alex and Jessica's steps.
You ever hear this message?
I crossed through that tunnel, but now I'm at that shack that we woke up at before. But that layout is wrong. It's completely wrong. We've never been to the other side of that tunnel, and when we left here, I know we didn't cross back through it.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
Or I'm starting to lose it.
I mean, I'd say it could be both. Yeah, you see him there, standing there.
Just call me as soon as you get this. No, we didn't cross back through it. Rosswood has either shifted around, or I'm starting to lose it.
There we go, man in the suit, right there. Right in the side. He blends in a bit more there, but yeah, you could see him.
I don't know, maybe both. Listen, just call me.
Yeah, both. You know, never called him because he never got the message.
I know why you kept that tape for me, and we're not going to get anywhere like this, working solo. So I'm going to come over at some point tomorrow, and we'll figure out what to do next.
I don't think he ever got the message, and that's very different from how Jay acted.
I'm starting to see things that I know aren't there, and it's starting to make me feel really sick. Call me back if you can.
I don't think Tim ever got this message. This is wildly different from how Jay acted that day. Yep, slowly but surely devouring you and eating away at you. The inside out. But if you're on those pills, you're somewhat resistant. Possibly he's still on just mostly by the virtue of the fact that you don't taste good. This video is corrupted. Never posted it. And he acted wildly different. Remember that voicemail? Or I didn't get any calls that day. And Jay was willing to put shit aside. He understood. And it was much worse than I thought. I pushed him to seek help, but not sure that he ever did. Oh, he definitely didn't. He stole one of your pills and took it, but that's about it. What happened after the footage ends? Where it was because Jay to go from being apologetic to violent. Probably being fucked with in the head. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't even remember this day and just literally pushed not to remember it, because that's the way I'm saying this. Something is actually fucking with their heads. Slindy is rooting around in there. Eating away at them. Tim's meds make him resistant. Most likely probably because he just tastes fucking awful. I don't think the pills themselves would wear off. Maybe it actively makes Slindy sick, but if nothing else, it makes it so he's unappetizing. So Slindy goes after other people. And sometimes he won't kill him completely because he'll eat away at things, just the right things to make them more useful for him. After all, killing Tim would take care of that issue entirely. A loose end he doesn't want to eat is silent. Was Jay Todd Hark the entire time? No way, no way. Who's left to hear the secret? Your secret. Do you know? I have for years. Ark awaits. What do you see? What will you... Okay, I have to go back. What do you hear? What will you see? Regards. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure I saw I'm sorry in there. I might not have just been imagining it though. This is Todd Hark's final message. From here on out, I think this is I think that is anyways. I think this is a straight shot to the end. This will be Tim's secret then. I am 100% convinced. So yeah, Jay might be very well having the liar the entire time. Or maybe it really is Tim's secret, but he's not the... I can't feel like he's the bad guy here. I think they're saying he's... Even if he's hiding something, it's not... And the only thing I can think of is, you know, the whole Iron's all for getting him to feeding on other people. Maybe his secret is he made some sort of deal with Cindy like Alex long ago and he just doesn't remember it. Similar, but not the same. I think this is the masked man, who I don't think is Todd Hark. No, this is Tim. It's hard to tell when you're not getting a lot of dialogue and just getting coughing and stumbling, because really that could be either of them. Yeah, having a properly high quality camera mounted to your chest really does add a lot.
Jay?
I didn't see Jay, but he didn't hear him then. Is that Alex or is that Jay? Giving him his pills back. Or no, he's giving him the mask. I thought he was giving the pills there. Left the mask out of his hand. Are we in that hospital again? Now we're on a street. We're doing that teleporting thing that happened the last time he was captured by him. Now we're in the tunnel. Is this the arc? Oh hey, he finally caught the dude.
I don't belong here. Why did you bring me here?
And he returned to here. Electrical feedback. Fuck you. Come on, show me that face. He's definitely teleporting. Is this Cindy's attempts to consume him, but because he just doesn't taste good, he keeps getting spat back out somewhere else? Like he tries to eat him, to be done with him, but every time he ends up in another spot. That's my guess. That's the best guess for teleportation. We see bodies just vanish. Your fault, your fault, your fault, your fault, your fault. Back at his house. Your fault. Is that the secret? Because like even Tim said it. It was Jay.
Jay!
Jay dead. They're definitely teleporting between place and place. That would explain the sudden disappearance of a body. It looked like he tried to take a swing and just barely missed, because he just wasn't standing there anymore. Well, might finally be dead. I thought the masked men might be on our side, but now I just don't fucking know. Who the fuck are they? I don't. It can't be Jay. I can tell you that much. It cannot be Jay. We've seen his fucker with Jay. Probably the only reason Tim will survive to the end is because he managed to get those pills back. No, come on. Take the mask off. Too late, Cindy. He took some more of the pills. You're not going to be able to digest him that way. And because they both take it, he can't do it either. Or it's just possible that whatever he does, he just moves them somewhere else for some reason or another. Oh, and of course, Tim's unconscious. Camera's away from him. Tell us what the fucker looks like under the mask, damn it. That is a tease. He got his pills back. Entry 84. Wow, this is just a direct jump. The camera's fucked up. Permanently fucked up? That's gonna affect everything. That is nothing I'm entirely happy with. The chest camera has completely stopped working. Shit. It was really fucking good. I'll have to use Jay's camera from now on. And he returned to her house to try to see if Jay's there. But all there is the zip ties and the knife. I don't think last chance. So I don't think those were other actual locations. I think that was. That's what's in it. But I found on the tape. I think that was the inside of somebody's stomach attempting to eat them. Alex Kaylee's The Marbel Hornets, editions day 1, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. That's really far back. Trying to get the shot right. Yeah, no, that definitely had to be being consumed by the fucker. And that would explain why he found Jay's body in there. It's not in a place physically anymore. It's inside the fucker's stomach. Waiting for people to show up, huh? Oh, is it an open audition? Just announce it and wait for people to show up? Like, oh, could it be someone actually got here?
Hey, Alex. Hey, Brian. Am I late for the audition? No, you're actually just in time. I was about to pack up, but we can still fit you in. Are there a lot of other people today? There's some competition. If you just want to grab a script off the top there and have a seat. Right here? Yep.
It's making it seem like he was a lot more busy than he was. And that's probably Tim back there.
I'm Brian.
Full name?
That is my full name.
Well, I know who you are, so. So, I'm going to be reading the other character's lines to you. You are, oddly enough, going to be reading for the character of Brian.
Oh, wow, really? That's like the one thing I am good at.
So, what I want you to do is don't overthink it too much. Just, what I want is gut emotional reactions. You know what I mean? Just feel your way through it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so we're just going to start at the top of the next page over there.
That's definitely Tim back there.
Right here.
I'm waiting for something to fucking happen.
And just start whenever you're ready.
This isn't a particularly long one. It's the arc.
Used to be. We were young. We were so happy. I felt like she was my little secret. Now that time has passed and it's not the case anymore. It's like she's no longer my little secret. It's like everyone knows.
Maybe she never was to begin with. Maybe what you really believed in was a lie.
Yeah, but it felt so real back then. It was almost like for a while there, I truly believed in magic.
There's still magic in this world, Brian. You just have to look in the right place.
Oh god.
Well,
God.
it's not here.
Yeah, this isn't gonna be exactly A+ material anyways.
Great, that was really good.
Thanks. Hey, did you write this?
I did.
Oh, wow. Good job, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
So
I mean, it's good for what it's supposed to be, everything.
on that little pad over there. And if you get the part, I will be sure to let you know.
Okay. Hey, you ready to go?
But most Stone films aren't ever going to be masterpieces out of the gate.
Does he want to try out?
I don't even know if that's his thing, you know?
Ask him, see if he wants to audition.
Okay. Hey, Tim.
That sounds like Tim was out there waiting.
Come on, man. It's easy. I can do it. You can do it. Come on.
And that's how he got brought in. He was reluctant.
Great. Just have a seat there, Tim. Here, you can use that script there. I'm going to have you read for a different character, if that's okay. I'll walk you through him. I don't have a name for him yet, but he's Brian, the main character Brian, not that Brian's best friend. I imagine him kind of cooler, more apathetic, kind of guy that always has a cigarette in his mouth, and maybe some sort of facial hair like mustache or sideburns.
Well, I already smoked, so I guess I'm already halfway there.
And you get the other way. You get
Before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's just start with the reading.
never go back.
Yeah, just right there where. Here, let me adjust this real quick. Right where it says friend.
Oh, so
Yep.
so
and,
pay right there.
yes, and you can read through it in a couple minutes if you need.
How he got involved in the project.
Sarah, know you're here?
No, and I don't want her to find out.
You're gonna have to face it sooner or later.
No, I really don't.
Are you sure? Because that's
Actually,
not.
you know, we can cut right there. I've heard enough. That was fine.
Okay.
Thank you. And if you would just put your name under Brian's over there, I will be in touch with you guys soon.
Hey, Alex, we're gonna go get dinner after this. You wanna join?
No, I'm fine. You know, I gotta pack up all this stuff. I don't know how long that's gonna take.
And then Sonny's gonna show up right after him.
You guys go ahead. I don't want to hold you.
Wait.
I have auditions to go through.
Brian must have been the guy in the mask.
Where I wanted to get some test footage, maybe some.
There were three of them involved with this project. These three involved with the project. And we never really followed up what happened to him. It was always Tim this and Tim that. What happened to Brian? Answer. He's the other guy in the mask. Then we time jump to here. Why did he have that tape? Fuck on here. Some weird shots for the sake of getting weird shots. I think I see him over there in the distance. Just barely. It might just be something white, but it might also be his head. High enough to be it. So Ryan was one of the few friends I had back then. Yep, that explains a lot. It really was. I just originally thought he was wearing the same hoodie the day of the audition. That explains it. The other guy in the mask was him. Your fault. I know he was mine. Who fell on that window? I'm not sure what I would have done if I had known that beforehand. He's dead now, but he would still be here. If it weren't for Alex. Jessica. Jay. I know he's watching this. I'll be waiting here. I believe the push is that he was the vector point for all the other attacks. That originally started targeting Tim and went after everyone he knew. But I think it only ended up happening because he went on camera. Thing is probably might be old enough that it just doesn't know how to handle shit like that, and it's scrambling to cover itself because this could fuck with its feeding habits. Has fucked with its feeding habits. More people aware of it, or it can target, but at the same time, people figure out a correct dosage to keep it from poisons its food. What's it going to fucking do? Three left with this one included. This is definitely not going the way I thought it would. I didn't even think about someone else involved with the filming. Of course it was. It was always Tim in focus, not this guy, so. Even when affected, they were friends, but they seem to be working at cross purposes. When all there. Yes, but that's basically what it's like to watch it. Question is, was the other guy trying to get Jay killed, or was he trying to help? What was his goals? You'll never get a clear answer since he's dead. Who was Taught Hark then? Was the other guy Taught Hark the entire time? And that's the question. Were their mass selves trying to sabotage shit or help with shit? I felt like it has to be at least more the former than the latter. I mean, the latter than the former, but even then. I
should have started talking to myself sooner.
What are you, Alex, planning on doing? I just think my house from down the road. So if I ended up, that there would be less chance that he'd get hard. Out there all night. Waiting for if he showed up at all. Alex definitely wants to go after Tim. Tim's at it. He's expecting them, ready to end this, no matter what. And he knows his spells make him resistant to Alex's master. Good idea. Wait for him to leave, then run his ass over. Do him a lot of good with that, I'm sure. You gotta have a weapon on you?
Here I am. Where are you hiding? You in the attic? That's fine. This is all your fault. I thought it was me, but you're the source. You're the reason any of this happened. Everyone
No.
is gone because of you!
You're the one who shot him. Who shot him?
Everything that has happened is your fault!
Yep, okay, he was Todd Hark.
It's not gonna end until you're dead! So I'll tell you what. If you don't do the right thing and burn to death, you come and find me. We'll sell this. You know where I'll be.
You were waiting for him to finish this. Oh, he lit up your place. Everything destroyed. Seriously, I really I wish just yeah, Tim might have been the source, but you're the one who sold everyone else out, especially since Tim has discovered a way to. I mean, I'm sorry to say, but he's always going to have that gun. You're not going to be able to get him without it. Now everything has burned to the ground. That's the only thing I have. I don't care what happens to me as long as he's stopped. Only one way this can end it will help me forever until it does. Yeah, no, you should have done it. What did you dared him to come and then you hit away and didn't do anything. And here we are. Well, I'm gonna have to take a quick break to swap over to that one. Past that, NJ86. Let's do this. Thought about maybe ending these earlier, but I realized no, this is almost over. I have 2 of these left to do, and even if both of these ultimately end up being 30 minutes. Plus, I am too fucking caught up in this shit to stop now. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't happening. I am definitely gonna have to follow this up immediately with a I might have to chop it off into its own thing, or in this recording and immediately follow it up. The recording and immediately follow up with a new one afterwards, but Ain't no way. Ain't no how. Back to the call. We ain't ever going to get our answers directly. It's clear who Todd Hark was, though. Todd Hark was absolutely sabotaging this all. Actually, hold the phone. Let me check a thing real quick. Test. Okay, just want to make sure my mic was still working correctly. But yeah, no, Alex is a full of shit. He might have been the source, but the dude's long since found a way that you could have all been medicated to make this not a problem. But it must have killed Amy. That's probably my best guess. It took... Oh, a little bit... Oh, EB knife. That's really going to make a difference between you and Alex and the gun. At least if you had taken him by surprise, nabbed him the back, and say the back, a couple of times in the house, you had the element of surprise on there. You could have gone him, but you let it go on. Now I don't think there's any way they're both surviving this. Well, no, someone has to upload it, and he carked it. We know Todd Hark is now. We know he is in fact Alex. Everything makes sense if you consider that those messages were directed by Alex. The fuck with Jay and so Discord. Question is, what? For those two goals, because they kept seemingly doing stuff that ultimately was either helpful or sabotage, and they couldn't seem to make up their minds. Were they servants of the masked men, servants of Plenty? Or were they trying to help but limited in what they were capable of? Nine more minutes left in the video, so let's figure out what the fuck is going on. They fall through the floor? Oh, there you bastard. Oh, good. You do have night vision. Ah, they're in the tunnel. Of course he is. And he broke his leg. That's a bit of an escalation for what I thought it would be. Tim can't die here because we got one more video and I just... Okay, so his leg didn't break, it was just probably sprained a bit. No, you're also left. I hate to break it to you, buddy, but you were the one spreading it. Yeah, I hate to break it to you, buddy, but stabbing is this reason, Brady. You're just serving him. You're just fucking a servant of this disease. Oh, you got the knife back. It is certainly an interesting effect to see the jump arounds like that. And also, fucking Alex, you know that's bullshit. Stop this disease from spreading. Even if you kill
It doesn't have to be like this. It's not protecting you, it's controlling you. We can fight it together. I know what it's like. I can help you. I've had to live with this my entire life. But I've learned how to block it out. I can show you how. If you kill me, then what's gonna happen, huh?
Plus, you know, it's on YouTube, and everyone who's ever watched these videos in universe it's already had it spread to them. You stupid fuck. Oh, there he is.
You killed him, and he died here slowly because of you. I also feel like you have one of your friends now.
But he didn't consciously make a deal. But he's a thing's servant nonetheless. I wouldn't be surprised that this isn't how it normally feeds, but this is also a very unusual situation. Took them all. If VOD's on him, it'll provide him a thorough protection. Yeah, I can see why this one was, again, age restricted compared to the ones around it.
What makes you think I'm the only source? There could be hundreds of others. Thousands. You could be spreading it too. It's just using you to get what it wants.
I've done everything to keep this under control. Everyone is dead. Sarah, Seth, Jessica, Amy, Brian, Jake, and now you.
Yep, you've killed them all.
You're just feeding it. You killed Amy. You feel like you're in control then? You missed someone.
Yeah, he might have spread it to you, but you and Ryan, but you spread it to everybody the fuck else, you piece of shit. Well, he's finally dead. That leaves one video for the conclusion piece. Whatever, bitch. Yeah, well, it spreads, but there's ways to fight against it. Those pills have proven extraordinarily effective at keeping the fucker away from killing him like he did everybody the fucking else. It's not perfect. But whatever the fuck the masked men were, they weren't outright allies of the thing. Whatever it did to make Alex his bitch did not extend to them. Not fully. That might have been why they acted so erratically. That was the state where, that was the halfway state between under its control and under. Tim dead? Oh my god, fucking Tim died. What, who the fuck? Was Tarhark someone else all along? Some other element? Who the fuck uploads this video then? Number entry 87. What the fuck? Who the fuck uploaded this one then? There are ways that now known to render it, if not harmless. Did it? Okay, so Tim did survive. He just fucking passed out. He fanged somewhat to lessen the damage the monster causes. The more people know about it, the more it can spread. Alex, honey, everybody knows about it now. But also there are meds that will render it not harmless, but at least less harmful. Throws out the mask and closes that part away. One isn't even that long. I don't think there'll ever be truly an answer to what all the details, but that did reveal a lot. The two people in the mask were the two people who had probably easier access to his meds. They were definitely not trying to help Alex. They were trying to stop him. But the halfway point between medicated and under his control renders them limited and erratic in their behavior. There's only so much they can do. But it offered them a level of freedom they didn't have before.
You doing okay? Haven't been around in a while.
Yeah, I'm fine. They got me on a new prescription, so I'm sleeping better.
That's good.
Wait. That's Jessica.
The ones you told me about.
Wish I could tell you they went away after a while, but
Survived.
I'm still carrying those around everywhere.
yeah, well, this one's Jay's, but he let me have it.
How is he?
Think he was finally getting over all this, and he just wanted to.
Not giving her the full details unless she decides to look it up herself, because that limits how much it can wreck your waking life.
Time just didn't match up.
So she really did. So she did survive. He did protect her.
Probably gonna be leaving too.
This doctor?
Just this area in general. That's why I wanted to stop by, let you know this is probably the last time I'll be around. So, all right. You said you are doing okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Just remember everything I told you about.
Are you okay? Tim, are you sure? Can I call somebody?
I have a feeling he's not going to survive much longer than this. But also, if this is the last one, pretty sure this is the last one. I don't have to check, but this is a conclusive moment. Jessica's alive and survived, so Jay would be at least happy with that. He thought she was dead. It was right. Keeping her out protected her long enough to have a chance. He got a refill on his meds, finally. Be planning on putting out one final video. And if he never will be free, he now knows, now consciously aware of what the thing is and how to limit its spread. On, the videos, everything is fine. That's how it ends. Everything is fine. Whoa. Fucking, I hate that. You finish a video and then it warps to the next one. Todd Hark was definitely Alex then. Fucking sabotaging and fucking with everything in a desperate attempt to ruin it all. Yep, entry 87 was the last one. There were no more. I wouldn't call that a happy ending, but I like how that did end. That is definitely a bittersweet end. Like, holy shit, that is definitely a bittersweet end. But Jay's dead. The guy we've been following from day one died. But one of the other people, nearly everyone he knew died, but Jessica didn't. He actually made it out, in spite of what Alex attempted. Jessica lived. So did Tim. And while he has to live with the memory of everything he did and everything that's happened, and that, yeah, he was the original source of it, he now knows, and he knows how to limit it. He knows how to limit the effects on him. He knows how to keep it from spreading to other people. Because the masked men aren't going to actively tell people about, or the masked man, I suppose this way, isn't actively going to be telling people about what's going on. The only clue at what's happening is what's fucking on the videos. And most people would dismiss it as nonsense. Anyone brought in, well, they now know to investigate medication to push it off. Clinton's ability to do damage with this shit is massively limited. I was expecting to not have any answers, but I have a lot more than I thought I would, actually. Todd Hark with Alex all along. He's trying to sabotage them. It makes sense why that was the last one. I'm wondering why it called it the Ark. That's the only thing that's lost on me, but the masked men were the two people who helped with the movie originally. Their behavior makes a lot more sense if you consider the fact it might be halfway between the medication. Might be essentially what would happen if Alex had been taking the medication. Limited control and resistance, but not completely there. They're not acting like their normal selves, which is why they often have no memory of it. They're erratic. The other guy was probably completely taken, while he was only mostly lost. That one's that actually extra sucks once he realizes who he was, and that he probably was actually trying to help. It's just they're very limited in what they have to do, and they're all trying to do things. That was hands down a fantastic series. I greatly enjoyed reacting to it. My way through it. I was expecting it to take a little longer. Oh, there's a bloopers. There's a blooper reel someone made. And there are two Marbel Hornets Explained videos. Well, actually, there's an entire series, Marbel Hornets Explained, Season 1, which each of these being given an hour of time, it looks like, or just about. And here is a playlist of the behind-the-scenes stuff. I'm not going to play it. The only thing that is the stuff by my mind, which I think I will dedicate a series of reactions to. 1, 2, and 3, as well as odd and ends. But Joseph Delage, which looks like here, I'll just show you. Yeah, you don't get a big shot of it. Joseph Delage looks like the guy who played Alex. He might have been he might have been the actual director of all. Tim's son is Tim. That's really neat. That the guys came back to do some streams and such just to talk about it. This was a wonderful thing. This is the granddaddy of all YouTube horror, all analog horror, whatever you want to call it. Things like Petscop and other such things, they all trace their way back to this. And it did its job well. It's not perfect. There's a lot of ideas and techniques that have first doing stuff that's evolved since then. And nothing is ever really perfect, frankly. But it is definitely a masterclass series. And it's absolutely wonderful that it influenced everything to such a degree. I said I was going to fucking watch a Marbel Hornets Explained, but all of these are long ass. And you know what? I think it might be best if those are handled on their own. It'd be neat to see if them being dissected. See all the details explained. And such. But I think that might be best as just a personal thing. Rather than a full series. Especially because these are fucking long as shit. And they go very much in depth. The one I'm looking at is the one by Nightmind. There are 4 of them. Well, 5. Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, Part 1 and 2. And finally, Odds and Ends. That one's the shortest. Less than 15 minutes. The rest are all nearly over 40 minutes in length. Most of them being closer to 50. I do love me some long-form content, but I feel like maybe this would be better off on its own thing. But, man. What a fucking ride. I only was scared a few times by it happening throughout this entire watch through. But you know what? It's not always about being scared by the horror. Sometimes it's enough to be fascinated by and interested in what's going on in the story, horror or not. But when it came to that final arc, I was enraptured. I had to know what was going on with Jay, with Tim, with Tark. And when all the pieces finally clicked into place to get at least the most of what was going on, fantastic. Just fantastic. Yes, I did 2 chef's kiss to get my point across. Just achievement. Bloody amazing. And I wasn't expecting to be. I was expecting to find it interesting in a history of YouTube sense. Yeah, historical sense. Some of these Soul series and such are interesting from that perspective, but not really appealing. By the end, I was fully brought into it. It was all about loving it. Seriously, Joseph DeLarge, Tim Sun, everyone who was involved with this series. Congratulations. You did a fucking fantastic job. Years later, someone who wasn't expecting to be that big into it, loved it to bits. Just fantastic. And a good start to a entire genre that would follow in your footsteps. But it's HighPriest signing out, and I will see you